Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. Hope you all have an amazing day. We're going to be doing another variant today because I am absolutely knackered from this tournament I have been playing at today. Just a little one-day rapid tournament, which, by the way, I won. First place, 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, really good fun. First thing I've actually won. Anyway, what are we playing today? We're playing Fisher Random, also known as 960, because there are 960 possible positions. Basically, it's just normal chess, but the pieces on the back rank are randomized, which leads to some very interesting possibilities. I started off by playing this move here. Why did I play this move? I want to open up my bishop. Now I can immediately win a rook here for the bishop. Whether I want to or not is another question, because this looks like a very powerful bishop. I think I probably will, because it's a pawn as well. So that's just a free pawn. And that's something like you really do need to consider before you start playing. Like, what's your move? Do you have any immediate weaknesses? And things like that. I think this knight move would probably have been better for our opponent. And we're not going to make that same mistake. So we're going to go ahead and do that move. That's covering up our king quite nicely. And we can go ahead and castle now, I believe, actually. We need to think about what we're doing with this bishop here. Are we going to grab the material? I don't think we have to just yet. We've got to be aware of castling, though. And how castling works, basically, it's just like normal castling, but you have to have nothing in between. So if I wanted to castle queenside here, I need to get rid of all of these pieces first. In fact, not the rook. Yeah, you don't move the rook. Normal rules apply. And you basically just castle, and you go into the normal castling position. So I can castle here straight away if I felt that way inclined, which I might do after this pawn push, because I want my bishop on this diagonal. I want this played here. Okay, so we're going to have... Ooh, now this is a question as well. Do we actually want this rook? Would taking the knight be better? I think we've probably got to take the rook, right? I think we've got to take the rook. I think I'm going to go for this bishop play, and I would definitely consider long castling here. I think because they have this sort of blockade they've set up for themselves here. I think I would definitely sort of consider that. It looks very hard to break in, maybe with this push. But I think after we play like a pretty simple pawn push here, that blocks it quite nicely, I think. With this bishop, it's stopping this push as well. So I think that's quite nice. And the thing I like about 960 is that it throws openings out the window. It throws openings completely out the window. And you have to rely on your actual, like... See, this is making me sound like... you know, I hate openings and stuff, because I don't hate openings. I think openings are less relevant than some people claim, but they are still definitely a huge part of the game, and I should really spend more time looking at openings. Anyway, it makes you... Chess 960 makes you rely more on your principles than your actual opening knowledge, which can be really quite useful as a training tool. You know, I think I can take this and just replace the knight again. Look for that break. Look for this break even. Yeah, you have to more heavily rely on your opening principles. In fact, do we long castle here? Do we short castle here? Short castle probably, right? Yeah, short castles. And you see there, we just go into a normal castling position. We're going to put the knight here, and then we're potentially going to look for this break as well, if we can ever manage that, especially if we can get one of these pawn pushes in. I think that would be great. Yeah, let's move the rook here, because we want to again move this knight over here. Let's go ahead and do that, and we're looking to potentially even entomb this bishop in their own pawn structure. Would be nice. We are up material. We're up a pawn and an exchange, which is great news. But But we are a bit boxed in. You know, they have a massive... Could I even call this a centre? I'm not sure. They have a lot of control, especially with this bishop here. We got rid of the bishop pair, obviously going for the exchange. So that's interesting. And we can't really hit their king much. So it's going to have to be an endgame win, unfortunately. It's going to have to be an endgame win. It probably would have even been better to drop this knight back. And take out the bishop that way. Can I go for this push? I'm not sure. Go for this. They have bishop takes as an option. Then bishop takes. Pawn push. Pawn push, bishop takes, bishop takes. Takes, pawn takes. Queen takes. Oh, bishop takes. Yeah, it's supported by the queen as well. That's a bit annoying. We need to get rid of this bishop. So maybe the best move is actually just to go back. And just admit we misplayed it. Potentially. Yeah, maybe that actually is the way to go. Just admit we misplayed the position. We'll do it. We'll do it. I'm fine with that. You know, it's waste of a move. We have to potentially be worried about that, but I think a bishop there would solve any mating threats pretty safely. We can trade off the light squared bishop, and we're all happy. And if we do manage to trade off this light squared bishop as well, it means this plan's sort of back on. Because they have no takes first, and we can take back with the knight. I can see this being a move for them. And then we just carry on with this plan. There's not much they can do to sort of stop that. They're trapping their own... Oh, actually, knight there gives them back the exchange. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. So it might have to be this pawn push first, then the queen up, then the knight back. Oh, that's going to take so much time. That's going to take so much time. The good thing about 960 as well is that you can actually analyze it with the computer afterwards, because it's just a normal position. You know, there's nothing crazy about it. It's just literally a normal position. I think here bishop could work. And just trade off the light squared bishop is fine. Oh, we also have knight there now. Is probably the better choice. Is it? Is it? Bishop back. Yeah, probably a bishop there. I want to get rid of this sniper, because that's a quite dangerous bishop, if you think about it. Like, one move, like, threatening mate, you know. I know we've got a few squares over here that we can escape to, but it's not nice. You know, like a bishop, you know, queen over, bishop, queen takes, and then you put the bishop there. You know, queen there is going to be mate unless we can move the knight. But the bishop's still sort of covering this square x-ray with the pin. So I think that's almost unstoppable, to be honest. It's going to be very hard to escape from. So probably best to you know, get that in the bud. And not let that happen. Probably a good idea, right? Probably a good idea. These are worrying, especially because we're playing without a queen. We are literally playing without a queen at the minute. It's not moved at all, and it's very much blocked in. We would like this square for the knight if we need it. It can't go here. They decide to go for the exchange, not the exchange, to get rid of the really strong bishop for some reason. Yeah, I think the bishop's more of a nuisance than the knight, because this knight isn't really doing much. We're going to get rid of their sniper, and I think we're going to break here. Seems okay, right? That break seems okay. And then we can start thinking about getting the queen in the game. And I'm a lot happier. I think I'm a lot happier. Again, we don't know what our... Oh. No, that's fine. Not there because of that. There, yeah. So we've got to actually go here, which is insane. But we have this really nice rook here that's covering everything. And we're forced to take back with the pawn. Yeah. And I'm thinking about sacking the exchange, potentially. Now, this is tricky. This is very tricky. This could work. That could work. Check. Alternatively, that could work as well. No, knight takes. This could work, but then check. There, we're pinned. Could lead to some dodgy variations. This, on the other hand, just gives us this square, which is just clean. But then rook takes, queen there. There. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is insane. There. There. King there. Rook there. Rook takes, queen takes. Check. There. And that's covered. And then we can get the... Oh my gosh. Oh, that's insane. Oh, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous here. Anything could really happen. I've not calculated it out at all. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea. Then again, we couldn't really avoid it. What could we have done? We very easily could have avoided it. We just play like this instead, maybe, and just go for this way. Try break down their little pawn chain. Oh, they go for that. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem particularly right. There. They have that as an option, which is insane. There. Do they? No. We just go up there, and then go there. Ah, you're looking at that. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Wow, what a move. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. King there. Rook. Oh, we're losing. No way. That's insane. Oh my gosh. That's actually ridiculous. How do we escape this? Check. There. Takes. That's ridiculous. Oh, this is brutal. Gosh. We're gonna have to give that up. I don't know if we can get out of this one, folks. I don't know if we can get out of this one. Oh, wow, that's really nice. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, yeah. What should I have done there instead? Maybe just like that. No, that's loses my escape square. I'm sort of stuck for options. Maybe like that instead. No, that doesn't seem right. Anyway, that's not the position. We've got to give up this rook, right? Because that's just devastating. So we've got to go like there, potentially. No. Because then they just take this afterwards. Oh my gosh. How have we managed this one then, folks? Let them do that. Then go there. And pray that they can't checkmate us. Sure. Yeah. I don't think there's much we can do. We've given them the exchange back. Yeah, they go there. Check. Go there. Try work our way up. I don't think that's working. They have a rook there, which looks mating. Yeah, so you go that way. Then up there. Then again, you've got the discovery here. No, this is just mate. Yeah, that's just mate. Wow, that was really cool. That was a really, really cool sequence of moves. Yeah. Oh, they go there. Okay, fair enough. That is also mate. Ah, fair enough. Let's actually analyze this if we can. How do you do that? Surely we can analyze. Open. Copy PGN. That should work, right? 1 sec, folks. I'm going to figure out how to set this up on analysis board because I really want to have a look at it. So, unfortunately, I can't figure out a way to actually analyze the games on chess.com with 960. It seems like something they should be able to do. I'm not sure why it's not an option. If any of you guys know, I'd love to figure it out. But yeah, I think it was a shame we lost that, to be honest. Maybe going the exchange at the beginning maybe wasn't the best shout. Or maybe we should have just filled this hole sooner, to be honest. Was probably a smarter idea. Recognize the hole. Yeah, letting this happen probably wasn't wise. Definitely just an oversight, to be honest. But yeah, after that, I don't really know what went wrong. Probably just this check, to be honest. Probably just this check. You know, get the rook sorted a bit more. Maybe get the king a bit safer. I thought it's perfectly safe, but yeah, this was a silly one to miss, to be honest. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed 960. I do fancy playing this one again, so be on the lookout for that. And hopefully we'll be able to get a rating. I think this is one of my first games, so I'm still on a provisional. Hopefully we'll get to a decent point with that. Puzzle Rush Sunday tomorrow, and then hopefully back with the Road to Master on Monday. Feeling a lot better about the Rapid. So hopefully everything feels good. Starting Monday, we'll give it a go and see where we're at with that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.